मॉर्निंग मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, मैं हूं दीपक और आप देख रहे हैं डी कर्नर। मैं आज फिजिक्स का एक ऐसा चैप्टर लेकर आ रहा हूं जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। जैसे एक आदमी का हार्ट और उसका फंक्शन इंपॉर्टेंट है जिंदा रखने के लिए, ठीक उसी तरह फिजिक्स का हर एक चैप्टर इंटरलिंक होता है उस चैप्टर का। हाँ, मैं वही बात कर रहा हूँ स्केलर एंड वेक्टर की। सो स्केलर एंड वेक्टर इज द इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर ऑफ द फिजिक्स। मान लो दो फोर्स है, एक फोर्स है 5 न्यूटन और एक फोर्स है 3 न्यूटन। सो उसका रिजल्टेंट नेट फोर्स कितना होना चाहिए? 8 न्यूटन, 2 न्यूटन और कुछ। सो उस फोर्स का सिंपल 8 न्यूटन नहीं होगा, 2 न्यूटन भी नहीं हो सकता है, उसके बीच में कुछ होगा। सो उसका जो आंसर आता है आइदर 2 न्यूटन भी हो सकता है, 8 न्यूटन भी हो सकता है और उसके बीच भी हो सकता है। और ये कैसे हो सकता है हम आज इस वीडियो में बात करेंगे। सो मैं आपको अंत तक स्केलर एंड वेक्टर का डिटेल्स एक्सप्लेनेशन करूंगा और समझाऊंगा कि चैप्टर में है क्या और चैप्टर में कौन कौन सा चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है। लेट्स मूव टू द पेन एंड पेपर।
Let's get started. Scalar and vector. The physical quantities are categorized into two types according to the direction, scalar and vector. There is another type also, tensor, but in +2 syllabus we are not having tensor. So we will study only two quantities, scalar and vector. Scalar is defined as the physical quantities which have only magnitude. जो फिजिकल क्वांटिटी का मैग्नीट्यूड होगा सिर्फ उसको क्या बोलेंगे? स्केलर क्वांटिटी। फॉर एग्जांपल मास, डिस्टेंस, स्पीड, टाइम एटसेट्रा। ओके, सिमिलर टू दैट वेक्टर क्वांटिटी कैन बी डिफाइंड एज द फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज व्हिच हैव बोथ मैग्नीट्यूड एंड डायरेक्शंस एंड इट ओबेज वेक्टर अलजेब्रा। दैट मीन्स द फिजिकल क्वांटिटी व्हिच हैव मैग्नीट्यूड एज वेल एज डायरेक्शन, जो भी फिजिकल क्वांटिटी उसका मैग्नीट्यूड और डायरेक्शन होगा और वो वेक्टर अलजेब्रा को ओबे करता होगा, उसको क्या बोलेंगे? वेक्टर बोलेंगे। फॉर एग्जांपल इन केस ऑफ लेंथ डिस्प्लेसमेंट, दैट इज डिस्टेंस विथ डायरेक्शन इज योर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, वेलोसिटी इज द स्पीड विथ डायरेक्शन इज योर वेलोसिटी, फोर्स, एक्सेलरेशन एटसेट्रा। मान लो there are two position, point A and point B. Suppose this is your academic building of your college and this position is your canteen of your college, and the distance between these two is your 50 meter. Okay, the distance means the distance can be defined as the path traveled by the object from 2 points, that means between 2 points, from one point to other point. So this is the distance, only it is we measure the length of these 2 points, that is your academic building to your canteen. Got it? But if any person wants to reach the canteen from your academic building, then only he will move 50 meters or he will move 50 meters towards the canteen. Yes, towards the canteen. Suppose we are considering here east, west, north, south, then the person must move from a 50 meters towards it, then he will reach the canteen of your college. Got it? So our answer must be this one, 50 meter towards east. Okay, so 50 meter will give the distance, whereas east is giving direction. So distance with direction is another quantity displacement which is vector. Why? Because it is having direction. Next, another exception is there, current. Current is the physical quantity which is having direction, though it is a scalar quantity. Got it? Since it is having direction, got it? But it is considered as scalar quantity. Why? Because it follows only ordinary algebra. It will not follow the vector algebra. That's why it will not categorize under vector. It will categorize under scalar. Suppose 5 ampere is flowing through this wire, and at the intersection point there are 3 wires coming out from the intersection point, and 1 ampere is flowing through this one, then 3 ampere must be flowing through this third wire. Why? Because we are simply adding this one. At intersection point, the current must be coming is equal to the current flowing out through this intersection point. So 5 ampere must be equal to 5. So this one 1 is given. So remaining is 3. So this one is your ordinary algebra. Since it follows, that means current follows ordinary algebra. So current is categorized under scalar quantity. Okay. Next one is your how we are going to represent our vector quantity. Vector quantity can be represented by either any variable or any alphabet over with an arrowhead. उसका मतलब जो कोई भी वेरिएबल अल्फाबेट लेंगे उसके ऊपर एक एरो मार दे देंगे तो वो हमें पता चल जाएगा कि वो वेक्टर क्वांटिटी है. और एनी बोल्ड लेटर भी आपको किसी रिफरेंस बुक में किसी किताबों में मिलेगा. बोल्ड लेटर जो लिखा होगा उसको हम क्या मानेंगे, एक वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. दैट मीन्स द फिजिकल क्वांटिटी मस्ट हैव द डायरेक्शन. ओके. नेक्स्ट इज आवर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ वेक्टर्स. There are so many different types of vector, so we will go through one by one. First one is your collinear vectors. What does it mean collinear? That means common line. The vectors which lie on one line or are parallel to each other. That means जो कोई भी वेक्टर एक ही लाइन में आके गिरेंगे और पैरेलल होके रहेंगे आपस में, उसको क्या बोलेंगे, कोलिनियर वेक्टर. चाहे उसका डायरेक्शन कुछ भी हो, डायरेक्शन के हिसाब से नहीं है, ये क्या है, एक ही लाइन में आना चाहिए. ये हो गया. दैट मीन्स टू पैरेलल लाइंस. Here we are considering two parallel lines, but it indicates in different direction. दोनों अलग अलग डायरेक्शन है लेकिन हाँ दो ठो पैरेलल है, इसीलिए ये दो ठो क्या बोलेंगे, कोलिनियर. Similarly, this one is also collinear. This one is having direction, this one and this one direction, same direction, but both are parallel, so they are collinear. Collinear vectors are categorized into two types. First one is your parallel vectors or like vectors. Second one is your anti-parallel vectors or unlike vectors. What does it mean? Parallel vectors are those vectors whose directions are same. उधर कोलिनियर में क्या बोला था, कोलिनियर में डायरेक्शन कुछ भी हो सकता है, लेकिन पैरेलल वेक्टर में क्या होगा, डायरेक्शन सेम होना चाहिए. दोनों वेक्टर का डायरेक्शन सेम होना चाहिए. ओके. अगर डायरेक्शन ऑपोजिट होगा तो क्या होगा, whose directions are opposite, those vectors are called as anti-parallel or unlike vectors. Okay, so what are the angles between like vectors? Then you will answer 0 degree. 0 degree is the angle between parallel vectors or like vectors. Similarly, what are the angles between unlike vectors? It is 180 degree. One is facing in this direction, another vector is facing in this direction, opposite direction. So this is the angle 180 degree. Okay, when the magnitudes of like vectors are same, then the vectors are called as equal vectors. So equal vectors can be defined like this: the vectors whose magnitude and directions are same, that is your equal vectors. So these two vectors are equal vectors, both direction and the magnitude. Magnitude is the length of this one, so this one is equal vectors. In anti-parallel vectors, if the magnitudes are same, then we can call them as negative vectors. अगर उसका डायरेक्शन ऑपोजिट होगा तो एंटी पैरेलल होगा, उसका मैग्नीट्यूड अगर सेम हो जाएगा, लेंथ ऑफ दिस वेक्टर अगर सेम हो जाएगा तो उसको क्या बोलेंगे, नेगेटिव वेक्टर्स. हुज डायरेक्शन इज ऑपोजिट एंड मैग्नीट्यूड इज सेम, दैट इज द नेगेटिव वेक्टर्स. दिस वन इज वेक्टर ए and this one is vector B. Why? The direction of these two are opposite, 180 degree to each other. Okay, so we can write this one, vector B is equal to negative of A. Got it? Next one is your co-initial vector. It is again combined letter, common initial point. Got it? Common initial vector whose initial point is common. That means there are three vectors originating from one point. That means initial point is common for these three vectors. So A vector, B vector, C vectors are called as co-initial vectors. Okay. For example, एक टेबल को हम तीन लोग अगर खींचते हैं F1 फोर्स, F2 फोर्स और F3 फोर्स, देन F1, F2, F3 को क्या बोलेंगे? को इनिशियल वेक्टर बोलेंगे. नेक्स्ट इज योर को टर्मिनस वेक्टर. दैट मीन्स कॉमन टर्मिनल पॉइंट. टर्मिनल मीन्स एंडिंग पॉइंट. सो द वेक्टर्स whose terminal point is common, that is your co-terminus vector. Okay, so there are three vectors again A, B, C whose terminal point is common at one point. सपोज मान लो एक टेबल है और तीनों क्या कर रहे हैं? उसको पुश कर रहे हैं. उसको अगर पुश कर रहे हैं तो क्या होगा? पुश कर रहे हैं तो क्या होगा? इसका टर्मिनल पॉइंट एक ही जगह पे गिर रहा है, वो टेबल पे. पॉइंट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन एक ही जगह पे हो रहा है, इसीलिए उसको क्या बोलेंगे? को टर्मिनस वेक्टर बोलेंगे. Next is your coplanar vector. That means common plane. The vectors which lie on one plane or common plane is called coplanar vectors. जो कोई वेक्टर हो एक ही प्लेन में अगर वो रहेगा उसको क्या बोलेंगे? coplanar vectors बोलेंगे. Next is your polar vector. Polar vectors defined like this. The vector which have a common point of application. तो क्या बोल रहा है? कॉमन पॉइंट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन होना चाहिए. जैसे कि को इनिशियल वेक्टर और को टर्मिनस वेक्टर में क्या होता था? एक टेबल को हम आइदर पुश करते थे नहीं तो पुल करते थे, तो कॉमन पॉइंट ऑफ एप्लीकेशन उधर टेबल है, सो वो एक पोलर वेक्टर बोला जाएगा. सो अगर टर्मिनल पॉइंट और इनिशियल पॉइंट अगर कॉमन है तो उसको क्या बोलेंगे? पोलर वेक्टर. नेक्स्ट इज योर एक्सियल वेक्टर. Axial vectors are the vectors which have an axis. उसका एक एक्सिस होता है and it causes a rotational effect. वो rotational effect और circular effect बनाता है. For example, torque. Torque means force with rotational effect will give you the torque. Got it? Next is your unit vector. It is very important. Unit vector. What does it mean? Unit. Unit means one, and it can be defined like this. The vector whose magnitude is 1 or having magnitude 1 is called unit vector. It can be represented by cap or hat like this. A vector, this one is the vector and this one is the unit vector, A cap. Importance or physical interpretation of the unit vector is it gives the direction. Suppose if in any question you have to find out the direction of any vector, then you have to find out the unit vector. Next one is your null vector. Null means 0. That means the vector having magnitude 0 is called null vector. Since it is a vector quantity, what is its direction? Its direction must be arbitrary. Suppose we are adding a null vector 0 vector to a vector A vector, then the direction of this null vector is along the direction of vector A. Okay, so we are having the resultant A vector. Similarly, if that 0 vector or null vector is adding with vector B, then this null vector is having direction along the vector B and the result is B. So, null vector का direction क्या होगा? Null vector का direction उसका parent vector और ओरिजिनल वेक्टर जो उसके साथ ऐड हुआ है या फिर सब्सट्रैक्ट हुआ है वो हो जाएगा. नेक्स्ट इज योर मॉडुलस ऑफ वेक्टर और मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द वेक्टर. सपोज देयर आर थ्री एक्सिस, एक्स एक्सिस, वाई एक्सिस एंड जेड एक्सिस. X axis, this one is y axis, this one is z axis. So we are giving one unit vector along x axis, along y axis, along z axis. I cap is the unit vector along x axis, j cap is the unit vector along y axis, and k cap is the unit vector along z axis. So these are the unit vectors, and already we have seen here unit vector. So I cap, j cap and k cap are the unit vectors along x axis, y axis and z axis respectively. So any vector, a vector can be represented like this: ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. This is the Cartesian coordinate system or rectangular coordinate system. Okay, so ax is what? Ax is the component of vector a along x-axis. x-axis के तरफ वेक्टर a कितना जाता है, वही होता है component of vector a along x-axis. Similarly, ay is the component of vector a along y-axis. y-axis की तरफ में वेक्टर a कितना जाता है, वही होता है component of vector a along y-axis. Similarly, az is the component of vector a along z-axis. So we have to find out the magnitude or modulus of this vector a. So the formula is given here. This is mod a. This is the representation of the magnitude of a. Mod of a is equal to ax square plus ay square plus az square root under. So this formula you have to by heart it. Whenever you have to find out the magnitude of any vector, you have to use this one. But remember, you must be given the components of that vector along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Here is one example. Vector p is given. P equal to 3i cap plus 4j cap. So mod p is equal to what? 3 square plus 4 square root under, which is equal to 9 plus 16 root under, equal to root under 25, which is equal to 5. 5 is the magnitude of vector p. Want to find out the unit vector of this vector p, then we have to use this formula. How? Because any vector, a vector, is equal to what? Magnitude of that vector into direction of that vector. So this one is the magnitude or modulus into this one is the vector a cap, which will give the direction, because I already told you that unit vector will give the direction. So this one is your a cap, which gives the direction, and a mod is the magnitude. So vector a is equal to mod a into a cap. So a cap can be written as what? Vector a divided by mod a. So by using this formula, we can calculate the unit vector of p vector. So p cap by mod p. So this one is the p vector 3i cap plus 4j cap by root under 3 square plus 4 square. So the result will be equal to what? P cap is equal to 3 by 5 I cap plus 4 by 5 j cap. And always remember that the magnitude of unit vector is what? 1. You can also calculate and check it whether the unit vector p cap is 1 or not. You have to calculate the magnitude. Magnitude of this one means 3 by 5 whole square plus 4 by 5 whole square root under. You must get 1. Next is your resolution of a vector. What does it mean, resolution of a vector? It is very necessary. Next is your resolution of a vector. It is very necessary that we have to calculate the resolution of a vector in various numerical. Okay, so what does it mean? Resolution. It is the process of splitting a vector into its component such that all the components are mutually perpendicular to each other. उसका मतलब क्या होता है? एक वेक्टर को क्या करते हैं? उसको कुछ हिस्सों में बांट लेते हैं, कुछ कंपोनेंट्स में उसको डिवाइड कर लेंगे, जैसे कि उसका कंपोनेंट्स क्या होना चाहिए? म्यूचुअली परपेंडिकुलर होना चाहिए, अपने आप से हर एक को परपेंडिकुलर होना चाहिए, 90 डिग्री होना चाहिए, उसको बोलते हैं रिसोल्यूशन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वी विल कंसिडर वन वेक्टर, ए वेक्टर हियर. वी हैव टू राइट in terms of ax, ay and az. So ax is the components of vector a along x-axis. Similarly, ay is the components of vector a along y-axis. Az is the components of vector a along z-axis. That implies a vector equal to what? Ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. So vector a is splitting into three components here, ax, ay, az, which are perpendicular to themselves, वो अपने आप से क्या होता है, परपेंडिकुलर होता है। ये हो गया ax और ay के बीच में परपेंडिकुलर, ये हो गया ay और az में परपेंडिकुलर, सिमिलरली az और ax में परपेंडिकुलर ये होता है। सो अपने आप से तीनों परपेंडिकुलर 90 डिग्री रखते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं रीसोल्यूशन ऑफ ए वेक्टर। We have to find the ax and ay, that means components of vector A. So I have drawn here, this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, this is your z-axis. We have to calculate ax and ay. Vector A making an angle theta with x-axis. Then we can draw here one perpendicular bisector. We cannot say bisector, but it bisects the x-axis. So from this triangle, this one becomes right angle triangle. So from this right angle triangle, we have to calculate the sin theta and cos theta here. The formula is sin theta equal to p by h, cos theta equal to b by h. So cos theta from this right angle triangle, we have to calculate. So what should be its result? Result is equal to cos theta is equal to, here base is what? Base is ax. So b is equal to ax and hypotenuse is nothing but your vector A. So we have to write here magnitude of A. So ax can be written as a cos theta. Yes or no? Ax equal to, whenever it will go to here, so it will becomes multiplication here. So ax equal to a cos theta. Okay. Similarly, if we are using the sin theta here, then we will get what? Ay equal to a sin theta. So we can write here a equal to ax I cap plus ay j cap. Since here along z axis there will be no component, so az is 0. So ax can be replaced by a cos theta. Similarly, ay can be replaced as a sin theta here. That implies a vector is equal to a cos theta I cap plus a sin theta j cap. So in our former example, p vector equal to 3 I cap plus 4 j cap given. So here px equal to 3 and py equal to what? 4. And mode of p already we have calculated, it is 5. Next is your vector addition. This is little bit different with your ordinary algebra. So there are 3 types or 3 formula or 3 law is there. So first one is your triangular law of vector addition, second one is your parallelogram law of vector addition, third one is your polygon law of vector addition. First one is your triangular law of vector addition. It states that if two vectors are represented by two sides of a triangle in same order, then their resultant will be the third side of that triangle in opposite order. So we will consider here two vectors. By using triangular law of vector addition, we can add only two vectors. So these two vectors, vectors A and vectors B, are two vectors whose direction are in same order. Same order means they are facing in same direction. Got it? They are facing in same direction. Then they are called as same order. So then their resultant will be the third side of that triangle. ओके जो ट्रायंगल का ये फॉर्मेशन होगा, ये ए वेक्टर हो गया, ये बी वेक्टर हो गया, तो ये थर्ड साइड है। थर्ड साइड होगा क्या होगा? रिजल्टेंट होगा, लेकिन ऑपोजिट ऑर्डर में होना चाहिए। ऐसा एक वेक्टर, ऐसा एक वेक्टर और ऐसा तीसरा वेक्टर नहीं होगा। ऐसा होगा तो ए प्लस बी प्लस सी इक्वल टू 0 होगा। सो ए प्लस बी इज इक्वल टू सी कब होगा? लेकिन ये सी का डायरेक्शन ऑपोजिट होना चाहिए। So here we can call that A plus B equal to C. Next is next law, parallelogram law of vector addition. It states that if two vectors are represented by adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a common point, then their resultant will be the diagonal of that parallelogram drawn from that common point. What does it mean? ये क्या बोल रहा है? Here again we will consider two vectors. By using parallelogram law of vector addition, we can add only two vectors. So two vectors are represented by adjacent sides. उसका मतलब क्या है? Two vectors क्या होना चाहिए? एक पार्लेलोग्राम का एडजेसेंट साइड होना चाहिए और वो एक कॉमन पॉइंट से ड्रॉ होना चाहिए। मान लो ये वेक्टर ए है, ये वेक्टर बी है, तो ये हो गया कॉमन पॉइंट, इस कॉमन पॉइंट से ड्रॉ किया हुआ है। सो उसका रिजल्टेंट क्या होगा? रिजल्टेंट इज द डायगोनल। इधर दो ठो डायगोनल होगा, ये एक डायगोनल, ये एक डायगोनल। सो जो पॉइंट कॉमन पॉइंट होगा उस कॉमन पॉइंट से डायगोनल जाना चाहिए। तो इधर से ये होके डायरेक्शन इस तरफ होगा। सो दिस वन इज द रिजल्टेंट। सो ए प्लस बी इज इक्वल टू सी। Got it? A plus B is equal to C. If there are more than two vectors, then you are using polygon law of vector addition. If a number of vectors are represented by the sides of an open polygon, अगर open polygon का एक side होगा in same order, then their resultant will be the closing side of that polygon in opposite order. Got it? क्लोजिंग साइड, उसका क्लोजिंग साइड होना चाहिए। सपोज ओपन पॉलीगन आर रेड वन, ए वेक्टर, बी वेक्टर, सी वेक्टर एंड डी वेक्टर। सो ए बी सी डी आर फॉर्मिंग ओपन पॉलीगन एंड दिस वन आर वेक्टर इज द क्लोजिंग वन। सो इसका ए वेक्टर, बी वेक्टर, सी वेक्टर, डी वेक्टर का डायरेक्शन सेम होना चाहिए, सेम ऑर्डर में होना चाहिए। गॉट इट? सेम ऑर्डर में होना चाहिए और क्लोजिंग साइड का डायरेक्शन का जो ऑर्डर है वो ऑपोजिट होना चाहिए। सो हियर आर इक्वल टू ए प्लस बी प्लस सी प्लस डी। सपोज इफ दिस वन इज लाइक दिस, ए बी सी एंड डी vector are there, and if it will become like this, then here a plus b plus c plus d plus r is equal to 0 होगा। Got it? Next is your analytical method. By using analytical method, we can find out the magnitude of the resultant and direction of the resultant vector. So here we will consider either parallelogram law of vector addition or triangular law of vector addition. So here parallelogram law of vector addition, this one vector A, this one vector B, and this is your resultant vector R. So you have to find out the magnitude of this R, and also we have to find out the direction. That means how much angle alpha made by this resultant with respect to vector A. Vector A के हिसाब से R कितना एंगल बनाया हुआ है, और ये एंगल भी हम ले सकते हैं अल्फा। Got it? So for this one we have to draw another one. So this one is vector A, this one is vector B. Since this is the vector, so we can represent this one is also same vector B because it is having same direction and making same angle theta from the vector A. So we have to draw a line which is perpendicular to the vector A on extending. ओके, वेक्टर ए को एक्सटेंशन किएंगे और ये परपेंडिकुलर एक लाइन खींचेंगे। सो ये एक परपेंडिकुलर हो गया, यस और नो, और ये राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल। नाउ इट विल बी ए राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल ओ एस क्यू। बट इट सिंस इट इज द राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल, हम इससे निकाल सकते हैं व्हिच वन? बाय यूजिंग पाइथागोरस थ्योरम। बाय यूजिंग पाइथागोरस थ्योरम, ओ क्यू स्क्वायर इक्वल टू ओ एस स्क्वायर प्लस क्यू एस स्क्वायर। ओ एस स्क्वायर प्लस क्यू एस स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? ओ क्यू स्क्वायर। ओ क्यू स्क्वायर इज नथिंग बट योर आर स्क्वायर। ओ एस स्क्वायर कैन बी रिटन एज व्हाट? ओ एस स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू ओ पी प्लस पी एस होल स्क्वायर। Got it? Again, OP is nothing but your what? OP is your vector A. So what is PS? PS is what? PS is your B cos theta. By using resolution of vector, we can find out PS is equal to B cos theta. Similarly, QS is nothing but your B sin theta by using resolution of a vector. So here we will replace all these. OS can be written as OP plus PS and QS is as it is. So this one is vector A, this one is P cos theta whole square plus QS is B sin theta. So B sin theta whole square. We have to elaborate this one is A plus B whole square. A square plus B square plus 2AB plus this one B sin theta whole square. So we have to write together b cos theta whole square plus b sin theta whole square, so that we can use this formula sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So this one is a square. Here b square will take as common b square, then this one is your cos square, this one is your sin square. So sin square plus cos square is equal to 1. Then this one is 2ab cos theta. So this one is a square, this one is b square, and this one is your 2ab cos theta. So r can be written as root under of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Then we have to calculate the direction of this resultant vector with respect to a. Okay, so from triangle OQS, tan alpha is equal to what? Tan alpha is equal to perpendicular by base. So here perpendicular is nothing but your b sin theta, that is QS. QS divided by base is what? O2S, and O2S can be written as what? OP plus again PS. So this is the b sin theta divided by OP is nothing but your vector A plus PS is nothing but your b cos theta. So tan alpha is equal to b sin theta by a plus b cos theta. That implies alpha is equal to what? Tan inverse of b sin theta by a plus b cos theta. Okay, there are few special cases as for angle theta. Okay, if theta is equal to 0 degree, that means vectors are like vectors. When the vectors are like vectors, the magnitude of r is equal to what? A square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So you have to put theta as 0. So cos 0 degree equal to 1, sin 0 degree equal to 0. So here cos 0 is equal to 1. Since it is 1, so it will become a square plus b square plus 2ab. So a plus b whole square whole root. So this equal to r equal to a plus b. So we have to add these two vectors. If 5 Newton force and 3 Newton force are acting in one direction, then the magnitude, resultant magnitude will become 8 Newton. Only you have to add this one. Okay, and direction is 0 because sin 0 is 0 here. Next special case, if theta equal to 90 degree, when theta equal to 90 degree, cos 90 is equal to what? 0 degree, sin 90 is equal to what? 1. Okay, so r is equal to what? A square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. When theta is equal to 90, cos 90 equal to 0, so this term will neglected, it will become 0. So this one become what? R equal to a square plus b square root under. Similarly, you have to calculate the angle alpha. Angle alpha equal to tan inverse b sin 90 by a plus b cos 90. Since sin 90 equal to 1 and cos 90 equal to what? 0. So it will become alpha equal to tan inverse b by a. Next one is your, if theta is equal to 180 degree, that means vectors are unlike vectors. Yes or no? Facing in opposite direction. If theta equal to 180 degree, what is the value of cos 180? Cos 180 equal to minus 1. We have to replace this cos 180 value to here. So it will become minus 1, and it is a square plus b square minus 2ab, which is equal to a minus b whole square root under. So r is equal to a minus b or b minus a. Which one will be larger? You have to do the subtraction from that one. So 5 Newton and 3 Newton, if two are acting in opposite direction, then we have to subtract 3 Newton from 5 Newton, and answer will become 2 Newton. Okay. Next is your vector subtraction. It is the addition of two vectors by considering one vector as negative which is to be subtracted. मतलब जिसको हम सब्सट्रैक्ट करना चाहते हैं उसको क्या करेंगे? पहले नेगेटिव करेंगे, उसके बाद ऐड कर देंगे. वही हो जाता है वेक्टर सब्सट्रैक्शन. एक्चुअली इट इज वन ऑफ द एडिशन. Okay, so a minus b, if you want to do the a minus b, okay, then you have to take the negative of b and you have to add to a. So here this one is your vector a, this one is your vector b, this is the r which is equal to what? A plus b. So we have to consider first negative of B. So negative of B is this one. Magnitude is same, but it is opposite in direction. So we have to do A plus of minus B. A vector plus of minus B. So resultant will be like this. Got it? So this is R dash. R dash is nothing but your R dash is equal to what? Vector A plus of negative vector of B. This is your R dash we will get here. Okay. So relative velocity is one of the example of vector subtraction. Relative velocity means velocity of one object with respect to other object. That is the most important example for vector subtraction.
फिजिक्स के कॉन्सेप्ट समझने के लिए आप इस वीडियो को अंत तक जरूर देखें और बार बार देखें। अगर कुछ डाउट है तो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में जरूर लिखें। ऐसे फिजिक्स के कॉन्सेप्ट समझने के लिए आप मेरे चैनल दीपक ई कॉर्नर को लाइक, सब्सक्राइब और शेयर जरूर करें ताकि अगली वीडियो आप आसानी से देख पाए।